Let's talk a little bit more about muting strings, because I think that's one of the tricky things about learning how to play any stringed instrument. And it's one of the things that you have to watch out for when you're playing single notes, or when you're playing chords, or when you're playing rolls, and other stuff like that. So the thing about stringed instruments is when you take your left hand and you just kind of set it on a string without pressing, but it's like touching the string, when you try to play that string, it's muted. I think that sounds like a duck. So I call those duck strings, okay? And so you don't want that to happen, because you usually don't want that to happen, because normally you just want the strings to sound like a string, to sound like a note. And so when you're playing single strings like this, or when you're playing chords like this, you don't want ducks in there. So you have to learn how to play these chords and these notes in such a way that when you hit the strings, you don't have ducks. So be very careful as you're learning how to play things that every note you can hear. When you're strumming chords, play them very slowly and make sure there are no ducks in there. That's not quite right. There are ducks in there. Make the ducks go back to their pond and let the strings do their stringy, ringy thing. And that applies to chords and to notes. Ducks. Go home, ducks.